So I don't know if it's true for you, but I'm going to make a blanket comment that women tend to be hard on themselves. And I say that with love and compassion, and also because it's something that I myself am working on. But the number one and first thing to do when turning imposter syndrome or imposter phenomenon into a gift is to be the observer, not the judge. So, a lot of times when we feel like an imposter, we say, I don't belong here. I'm not qualified to be here. I'm not qualified to throw my hat into the arena for this role. I maybe am not worthy of a raise or a promotion or a different salary package or to join these people on this board or what have you. So, the I am is a very powerful statement. And so it's really important to shift that to I notice. In other words, be the observer of what you're feeling when you feel like an imposter and not the judge. Who's to say that you do or don't deserve it? And a lot of times too, if you believe, whether you believe you deserve it or believe that you're worthy or not, then a lot of times that you are right. And I think that's a little bit of a riff off of a Henry Ford quote, but it's very important to be the observer of what you're feeling and not the judge. So shift from I am when you're having a feeling of imposterism to I notice and be curious. I notice that I don't feel ready for this promotion. I notice that perhaps I'm not qualified. Because when you say I notice, it gives you time and you can observe and it creates some distance. And then the follow up question is my next best step is to. So, in other words, figuring out how to fill in that gap and really take action. And so, thinking of I notice instead of I am. And then also think of the feelings of imposterism as someone that maybe you don't like, but you know it's imperative that you learn to make peace with them. In other words, the imposterism could be someone at work that maybe you don't care for, but you know you have to work with. So you have to work on it. So just taking on that curiosity and just having the view of, I notice sitting in this room or on this call or applying for this job, I notice it makes me feel like an imposter and it's okay. Okay, it's okay. That the only way is through. Okay, and it's very important to acknowledge. And once you acknowledge and you're kind of at peace with it and you mind that compassionate tone with yourself and with the imposter, it takes some of the life out of it and it will set you up for the next step that we're going to talk about next week. So just start working on that. Be the observer, not the judge. Next time you feel like an imposter, think, I notice, and it's okay. And then ask yourself, what's the next best step? Start having greater agency and taking baby steps to improve and get closer to that person who feels deserving and worthy. So I hope you found that helpful. I welcome any questions or comments or what were your ahas, and stay tuned. We're going to go into the next step next week, and hopefully it will propel you forward to have the best year yet. I can't wait to hear what you're working on, any questions that you have, and just know that I'm cheering you on.